Hello, brothers and sisters. How are you doing? I hope that you had a wonderful Monday and that I hope that you had a great weekend and that you feel rejuvenated and ready to face another week. And so, with that, let's get started. Welcome to my channel, brothers and sisters. My name is Kevin and I am an elder in Israel. And today we are going to be doing Mosiah chapter 10. Excuse me. Sneezes wanting to come out. Ugh. Hold it back. All right. Nope, it's fighting. All right. So today, chapter 10. Now, if you remember in the previous chapter, King King Zeniff had to prepare his people for an eventual attack from the Lamanites because they broke their covenant. And it's sad to see when people break their covenant. A covenant to a Christian, a Latter-day Saint, a Jew, a covenant is the most important thing. It is our contract with God, with each other, to promise doing things. If you can't keep your word, what kind of person are you? So, with that, let's get started. All right. So, King Zeniff starts off saying that he had again established peace in the land, and they begin to possess the land for themselves. So they started doing things as normal, but they changed some things up. So they changed it to where there should be every manner of weapons of war made of every kind, that he can protect his people, because he knows it's going to happen again. And it's not good. And so in preparation, King Limhi did what any decent king would do. He set guards around the borders of his land to protect him from Lamanites, to warn them. And so the surprise was that no one was guarding. And so King Zeniff is prepared this time. He has weapons. He has guards watched over. Now, he comes to pass and he says, and it came to pass that we did inherit the land of our fathers for many years, yea, even for the space of 22 years. That's a long time. And he did, and he tells us here what he had the men do. Till the ground, raise all manner of grain and fruit of every kind. And I'm sure they were also the shepherds and herdsmen. And verse 5, he says, and the women did spin and toil and work all manner of fine linen, yea, and clothes of every kind, that we might clothe our nakedness. And thus we did prosper in the land. Thus we did have continual peace in the land for the space of 22 years. And could you imagine everyone having a job? Everyone did something. That's kind of cool. And it came to pass that King Laman died. Now, King Laman was the gentleman who King Zeniff had made the original covenant with. And then his son took over. Now, I don't see the name of his son mentioned yet. Maybe it will later. But so Zeniff, remember, originally he was a spy for the king of Zarahemla at the time, and he had gone to spy on the Lamanites, and that's when he saw good in them. So he created his own spies to throughout the land of Shimlon, and to see what's going on with the Lamanites. And it came to pass that they came upon the north of the land of Shiloh, and there, with their numerous hosts, men armed with bows and arrows, and with swords, and with scimitars, and with stones, and with slings, they had their heads shaved, that they were naked, and they were girded with leather girdle about their loins. And it came to pass, and here's what I love, and this shows how strategic King Zeniff was. He caused that the women and children should be hid in the wilderness, and that he also caused that his old men and young men that were able to bear arms should gather themselves together to battle the Lamanites. And he did place them according to the rank of their age. Now, he doesn't say if it's oldest to youngest or youngest to oldest. Because after a certain age, you're not as fierce as you would be in a young. So it'd be interesting to know what kind of ranking he did. Old first, young first. And the Lamanites knew nothing concerning the Lord. So at this time, God had become a thing of the past for the Lamanites, from what I'm gathering here. He records they were a wild and ferocious and a bloodthirsty people, believing in the traditions of their fathers, which is this. Now, if you want to see perfect examples of being victim, here it is. They are believing that they were driven out of the land of Jerusalem because of the iniquities of their fathers, and that they were wronged in the wilderness by their brethren. They were wronged while crossing the seas. We can go back and read all this. They were wicked. They were driven from Jerusalem because of the wickedness of the people in Jerusalem, and that they sought their father's life. They were wrong in the wilderness. There are so many instances in the wilderness where they had caused so much problems for Nephi. And let's not even talk about the sea thing. That was completely them. Now here we learn a few things about that's not written in this second book of Nephi, or first, about when they got to the promised land. He says that they were wronged while in the land of their first inheritance, after they had crossed the sea, and all this because Nephi was more faithful in the keeping of the commandments. Therefore he was favored of the Lord, for the Lord heard his prayers. And let's continue. That's not where I wanted you to see. Laman and Lemuel were, here it is. Favored of the Lord and answered them, and he took lead of their journey in the wilderness. So they believe he took lead, but they didn't realize that leadership, that while tradition says yes, the eldest should lead. But with this instance, it wasn't Nephi that had established the leadership, it was God. And because of the wickedness of Laman and Lemuel, they lost it. They lost their birthright. Let's see. Sorry, I just got a message from my computer. They were wroth with him that they had arrived in the promised land, because they said that he had taken the ruling of the people out of their hands, and they sought to kill him. Now, here comes some more. And they were wroth with him because he departed into the wilderness. And this is after. Because they departed into the wilderness as the Lord had commanded him, and took the records which were engraven on the plates of brass, for they said that he robbed them. And this is how the Lamanites taught their children. It says here in verse 17, and thus they have taught their children that they should hate them. Let me read that one again. And thus they have taught their children that they should hate them. How do you think racism is passed on? It's from parent to child. You teach your children to hate someone because of the color of their skin, or because of their religion, or because they're a ginger. I'm joking. I have gingers in my family. I'm joking. I'm not Cartman. But it's up to us as Latter-day Saints to never preach hatred toward anyone for any reason. We don't know everything about those people. And I understand that an event could happen to someone that would make them not trust them. And trust me, I understand that completely. But it's up to us. If hatred is going to cease, it starts with the individual. From the individual, then spreads to your home. And then from your home to your circle of friends. Then from your circle of friends to your neighborhood. From your neighborhood to your city. From your city to your county. From your county to your state. And you see where I'm going with this. From the state, country, continent, world. Hatred can be wiped out if we wanted it to. Unfortunately, hatred is growing so much. We're finding ways to divide ourselves faster today than at any time in history. Let's continue with verse 17. And that they should murder them. You're teaching children not only to hate someone, but to kill them. Oh, how great a sin is that? Just rips out my heart that even today, we see people like this. And that they should rob and plunder and do all that they could to destroy them. Therefore, they have an eternal hatred towards the children of Nephi. Oh, how beautiful it would be to see hatred wiped out. I would love it. Let's go to verse 18. For this very cause, King Laman, by his cunning and lying craftiness and fair promises, deceived me, that I have brought this my people into this land, that they may destroy them. Yea, and we suffered these many years in the land. I would not want to be King Laman come Judgment Day. Nope. And he continues, and now I, Zeniff, after having told all these things unto my people concerning the Lamanites, I did stimulate them to go to battle with their might, putting their trust in the Lord. Wherefore, we did contend with them face to face. And it came to pass that we did drive them out of the land, out of our land, and we slew with a great slaughter, even so many that we could not number them. And it came to pass that we returned to our own land, and my people again began to tend their flocks and to till their ground. And now I, being old, did confer the kingdom upon one of my sons. Therefore I say no more. And may the Lord bless you. Amen. I love the ending. I wish peace could dwell in the heart of every person. I wish that hatred would be wiped from the memory of mankind. I don't hate anyone. I don't know if it's possible for me to hate someone. I may use the word hate, but I don't think about that I have that emotion. I don't know. Maybe I do, and I'm just deceiving myself. All right. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to, and I need to start saying this at the beginning, please like and subscribe. The likes help other people's to be able to see this channel and help it to grow. And as people like the videos, as they see it, as other people see them, they start to subscribe, and the work continues. I am thankful for every single one. A shout out to Not Dan from Egypt. Thank you for joining my channel. It's great to have someone from Egypt to watch my channel, and I hope you enjoy this content. Please share my videos so other people can see them. It also helps to bring them in. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for another scripture of the day.